All right, Giants fans, buckle up because we've got some massive news coming out of East Rutherford. The NFL trade deadline is just around the corner, and the New York Giants are in hot pursuit of a game-changing wide receiver to ignite their offense and give their rookie quarterback Jackson Dart the weapons he needs to shine. With the clock ticking down to November 4th, the Giants are making calls, shaking things up, and looking to make a splash. So let's dive into the action. What's at stake? Who's on the radar? And why this could be a turning point for Big Blue's season. Picture this. The MetLife Stadium faithful, decked out in blue, roaring for their Giants, but the passing game? It's been a struggle. Ever since star wideout Malik Neighbors went down with a season-ending injury, the Giants' offense has been limping along. Lil Jordan Humphrey stepping up as the second leading receiver? No shade to the guy, but that's not the kind of firepower you want for a team with playoff aspirations. And here's the kicker.
Without a reliable target, Jackson Dart's development as the future of this franchise could take a hit. That's why the Giants are hitting the phones, per NFL Network's Ian Rappaport and Mike Garafolo, looking to bolster their receiver room. And folks, they're not messing around, they're eyeing some serious talent. So, who's in the mix? 3 names are popping up as prime candidates to join Big Blue. Chris Olave from the New Orleans Saints, Jakobi Meyers from the Las Vegas Raiders, and Jeudy from the Cleveland Browns. Each one brings something unique to the table, and any one of them could transform this Giants offense. Let's break it down, starting with the most intriguing option, Chris Olave. Now, if you're not familiar with Olave, let me paint you a picture. This guy was a first-round pick in 2022 out of Ohio State, and he hit the ground running with back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons to start his NFL career. That's the kind of production that makes defensive coordinators sweat. In 2025, he's got 392 yards on 34 catches with 1 touchdown. Not eye-popping numbers, but injuries have slowed him down the past couple of years. Still, at just 25 years old, Olave's got that first-round talent, that explosive potential to be a true WR1. Imagine him lining up opposite Malik Neighbors in 2026, when Neighbors is back to full health. That's a duo that could make Giants fans forget the lean years. Here's the deal with Olave. The Saints, despite sneaking out a win against the Giants 2 weeks ago, are in rebuild mode. With Olave's fifth-year option already picked up, he's a prime trade candidate. The Giants could swoop in, offer a package that makes sense, and maybe even lock him up long-term if he returns to his 1,000-yard form. Our Saints insider, Adam Holt, had this to say: Olave's been the talk of trade rumors since the offseason. He's got 1 year left on his deal, and with the Saints possibly looking at a pricey extension, they might be ready to move him. The Giants have already checked in, asking about Olave, Rashid Shaheed, and even Brandon Cooks. Olave's the prize here, no question. He's got the highest ceiling, even if he's had some inconsistent moments, like a couple of drops in Week 6 against the Patriots. But Olave's not the only name on the Giants' radar. Let's talk about Jakobi Meyers, the veteran out of Las Vegas. Meyers has been vocal about wanting out of Sin City, and who can blame him? The Raiders are a mess, with a quarterback situation that's, well, let's just say it's not ideal. Meyers, at 28, has been a model of consistency. 4 seasons with over 800 yards and 422 catches over his 7-year career. He's not the flashiest guy, but he's the kind of reliable, chain-moving target that Dart could lean on. Think of him as the steady hand to guide this young offense, especially with Neighbors sidelined. Pairing Meyers with the Giants' young core could be a perfect fit, and honestly, getting him out of that Raiders dumpster fire might just unlock another level of his game. And then there's Jeudy from the Cleveland Browns. Oh man, this guy's story is wild. Jeudy was a first-round pick who struggled to find his footing early in his career, but in 2024, he exploded for 1,200 yards and 4 touchdowns. This season, not so much, just 240 yards so far. The Browns' quarterback carousel isn't doing him any favors, and at 26, Jeudy could use a fresh start. For the Giants, he'd be a fantastic WR2 once Neighbors returns. He doesn't need to be the star, he just needs to be better than what they've got now, and trust me, he would be. A change of scenery to New York, with its bright lights and passionate fanbase, might just be what Jeudy needs to get back to that 2024 form. So, why is this trade talk such a big deal? Let's zoom out for a second. The Giants are at a crossroads. After years of rebuilding, they're finally seeing some promise with Jackson Dart under center. The kid's got moxie, he's got arm talent, and he's got that fire you love to see in a young quarterback. But here's the thing, quarterbacks don't develop in a vacuum. If Dart's out there throwing to guys who can't get open or dropping passes, it's going to stunt his growth. The Giants know this, and that's why they're being aggressive. They're not just playing for 2025, they're building for 2026, 2027, and beyond. Let's put this in perspective with a little Giants history. This franchise has seen its share of highs and lows. Remember the glory days of Eli Manning, leading Big Blue to 2 Super Bowl victories over Tom Brady's Patriots? Those teams had weapons, guys like Tiki Barber, Plaxico Burress, and Hakeem Nicks. Fast forward to now, and the Giants are trying to recapture that magic. They've got a stout defense, with guys like Dexter Lawrence anchoring the line, but the offense needs a spark. Losing Neighbors was a gut punch, but it's also an opportunity. A trade for Olave, Meyers, or Jeudy could be the kind of move that echoes the bold trades of the past, like when the Giants brought in Burress to give Eli a go-to guy. Now, let's talk numbers, because stats tell a story. The Giants' passing game ranks near the bottom of the NFL this season, with just 1,892 yards through the air. Compare that to their NFC East rivals, the Philadelphia Eagles, who are pushing 2,500 yards, or the Dallas Cowboys, who are flirting with 2,300. The Giants need a receiver who can stretch the field, create separation, and give Dart a chance to make plays. Olave's 392 yards this season might not scream superstar, but his 12.1 yards per catch show he's a deep threat. Meyers, with his 422 career catches, is a possession receiver who can keep drives alive. Jeudy's 1,200-yard season last year proves he's got the potential to be a difference maker. So, what does this mean for the rest of the season? If the Giants pull off a trade for one of these receivers, it's a signal they're not giving up on 2025. Sure, the playoffs might be a long shot, but a strong finish could set the tone for next year. Alright, Giants fans, it's time to get loud. Head over to X, share your thoughts on who the Giants should trade for, and let's keep the conversation going. The next game is right around the corner, so grab your jerseys, pack MetLife Stadium, and let's show the NFL what Big Blue is all about. This is your team, your city, your time. Let's go Giants!